Welcome to day 2 of the Refresh and Renew Summit with Soul Heart Collaboration. I'm your hostess, Jamie Allen Bishop, here to introduce our next speaker. Danielle Mitchell is a multifaceted artist with a passion for music and film. Her diverse skill set spans producing, writing, directing, editing, singing, and songwriting, allowing her to bring compelling narratives to life with authenticity and innovation. Danielle's unique blend of creativity and strategic vision shine through every project, whether on stage or behind the camera. Her freelancing journey has provided invaluable experiences across the dynamic landscape of film production, where she continues to refine her craft. Dedicated to storytelling that inspires and connects, Danielle Mitchell is committed to using her artistry to make a lasting impression. Please help me welcome Danielle Mitchell.
Thriving as a filmmaker and content creator. Hi there, I'm Danielle Mitchell, an artist with a passion for creating music and films. I bring a unique blend of creativity and strategic ingenuity to every project. With a comprehensive skill set that includes producing, writing, directing, editing, singing, and songwriting, I'm a multifaceted artist capable of bringing interesting narratives to life. My freelancing journey has taken me on an invaluable ride as I open my world and lend my expertise through the intricate landscape of film production, ensuring each story is told with authenticity and innovation. The world needs your story. What people are craving is a story that means something to them, because no one else has lived your exact experiences. No one else sees the world through your lens, shaped by your culture, your challenges, your victories, your scars. No one else has that. No algorithm can manufacture it. That is your power. They're not searching for more, they're searching for meaning. Audiences won't remember you for how many projects you make. They'll remember you for the one story that made them feel something, the one story that made them laugh, cry, or rethink their own lives. So as you move through this industry, don't ask yourself, how do I compete with everyone else? Ask yourself, what story can I tell that no one else can? Because the truth is, the camera doesn't just need another set of hands. It needs another heart, and that heart is yours. The landscape. Saturated, but full of opportunity. 1. We're living in a golden age of filmmaking and content creation. Cameras are more affordable, editing software is more accessible, and platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and streaming services give anyone the ability to publish their work to the world. 2. That means the industry is saturated. There are millions of films, videos, and creators competing for attention. At first, that can feel overwhelming, like the space is too crowded, like your voice might get lost in the noise. But here's the truth: saturation is proof of demand. 3. Audiences are hungry. They want stories, not just Hollywood blockbusters, but authentic, personal, diverse perspectives. This crowded landscape actually shows how much opportunity there is to connect. This is the moment where the independent voices can shine. The gatekeepers are no longer the only ones deciding whose story gets told. With the right mix of craft, consistency, and authenticity, you can break through. Instead of asking, how do I compete with all of them? Reframe it. You don't need to reach everyone. You need to reach the right people, the audience that connects with your story. Developing your voice. Your voice equals your superpower. Every filmmaker and creator starts by imitating. We copy shots we love, we echo the styles of directors we admire, we follow trends online. That's natural. But the real breakthrough comes when you begin to notice what's consistent across everything you make, the threads of yourself that keep showing up even when you're not trying. Your voice is the intersection of three things: your style, the craft choices you make, the pacing of your edits, the colors you gravitate towards, the way your camera lingers or moves. Your perspective, the way you see the world, shaped by your experiences, culture, and background. Your themes, the ideas you're drawn to again and again, love, justice, identity, resilience, hope, revenge. When you lean into these three areas, you begin to sound like yourself. And that's when audiences start to recognize your work without even seeing your name attached. Developing your voice. Mini exercise. Developing your voice also means being authentic, not perfect. Your voice is not about flawless execution, it's about truth. People don't connect with perfection, they connect with honesty, vulnerability, and the courage to tell stories the way you see them. Your voice isn't something you choose overnight. It emerges at the intersection of who you are, what you care about, and how you choose to tell stories. So take a moment, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and draw this Venn diagram. In the first circle, jot down a few things about your style, the way you naturally express yourself through film and content. In the next circle, perspective, what makes the way you see the world unique? In the third, list your reoccurring themes, the ideas you can't stop returning to in your stories. Now look at the center of that Venn diagram. That overlap, that is your voice. That's what will set you apart in a saturated market. Building your brand. More than a logo, it's your identity. Your brand isn't just a logo or a color palette. It's the story people tell about you when you're not in the room. As a filmmaker and content creator, your brand is made up of the following: your style, the visual fingerprint of your work. Do you lean towards cinematic drama, fast paced edits, documentary realism, or surreal storytelling? For example, Wes Anderson's symmetry and pastel colors are instantly recognizable. Your values, what you stand for. Are you a champion of diversity, a truth seeker, a disruptor of the mainstream? For example, Ava DuVernay's brand is rooted in amplifying marginalized voices. Your presence, how you engage with the world. Your tone on social media, the way you network, how you show up at festivals or panels. For example, Casey Neistat built a brand not just through his films, but through his relatable personality and daily storytelling online. Your consistency. Repetition creates recognition. When your audience sees your work repeatedly expressed in a consistent way, same themes, same tone, same energy, they start to associate those qualities with you. Consistency doesn't mean you never evolve. It means you evolve in a way that feels authentic and aligned. Building your brand mini exercise. Your brand is your identity. Build it with intention. Your brand is not just a logo or tagline, it's your identity as a storyteller. It's the way your style, your values, your presence, and your consistency come together into something audiences recognize and remember. And in a saturated market, that recognition is what sets you apart. Because people don't just follow films or brands just because, they follow filmmakers and brands they trust. So grab a pen and paper and ask yourself these questions. Style. What's your creative fingerprint? Is it cinematic drama, documentary realism, fast paced edits, etc.? Values. What do you stand for? Is it diversity, justice, truth seeking, disruption? Presence. How do you show up? Your tone on social media and networking, festivals, your personality, consistency. What do you repeat so audiences recognize you? Themes, tone, energy, style cues. Confidence in market. Believing in your lane. When you step into a saturated space, doubt almost always follows. You look around and see thousands of filmmakers and content creators, and the voice in your head says, "Who am I to think I belong here?" That's where confidence comes in. And confidence in this industry doesn't mean arrogance. It doesn't mean pretending you have it all figured out. It means trusting your voice enough to keep creating in the face of comparison and noise. What's one thing about your background, style, or values that you'll never compromise on, no matter what's trending? I've discovered there are 3 keys to confidence. Reframe the market. Instead of, "There are too many creators," try, "There's an audience for me within this abundance." You don't need everyone, you only need your people. Practice over perfection. Confidence doesn't appear before you start, it's built through repetition. Every project you finish, even small ones, grows your skill and your belief in yourself. Confidence is a byproduct of doing, not waiting until you feel ready. Celebrate micro wins. A short film screened at a local festival, the first 100 subscribers on your channel, a DM from someone who resonated with your work. These small wins stack up into momentum, and momentum fuels confidence. Confidence in market. Mini exercise. In a crowded market, it's easy to doubt yourself. But confidence isn't something you're handed before you start. It's something you build by creating again and again. Every finished product, every small win, every piece of feedback is a brick in the foundation of your confidence. And the truth is, you don't need to impress everyone. You only need to reach the right people. That's where your lane is. That's where your confidence lives. In this mini exercise, we'll grab a pen and paper and think back. What's one small win you've had as a creator, no matter how tiny, that made you feel proud? It can be finishing a short project, someone complimenting your work, uploading your first video, or getting your first subscriber or festival acceptance. Write it down. Don't overthink it. Think of one small win you've had in your creative journey and just write it down. Then stack it. Imagine that win as one brick in a staircase. And then you repeat. Every time you create something, get feedback, or make progress, you add another brick. Confidence isn't built all at once. It's stacked, brick by brick, with every action you take. These small wins are proof you are moving forward. Every time you stack another one, you're building a staircase. And at the top of that staircase is confidence. You don't wait for it, you build it. Case studies. Proof that authentic voices break through. These creators show us that success doesn't come from blending in, it comes from leaning into authenticity. Issa Rae, web series to cultural phenomenon. Her voice, Black culture, humor, authenticity, awkward realism. Her brand, fearlessly herself, even when it didn't match industry expectations. Her path, started with Awkward Black Girl, a web series, low budget but deeply authentic. It gained traction because audiences resonated with her truth. HBO picked her up, and her show Insecure became a cultural phenomenon. The lesson here is authenticity can transform small beginnings into cultural impact. La Colombe, the coffee, from local cafe to national brand. Their voice, craft, community, and ethical sourcing. Their brand, not just selling coffee, but selling an experience. Artisanal, authentic, socially responsible. Their path began in 1994 as a single cafe in Philadelphia, focused on European-style coffee culture. While Starbucks was mass marketing convenience, La Colombe leaned into authentic storytelling around craft, quality, and ethical sourcing. They created a strong identity through in-store design, with rustic community-centered spaces, and storytelling on their packaging and digital platforms. They expanded thoughtfully while keeping their original values front and center. The result? From one local cafe to over 30 locations nationwide. Wholesale partnerships with airlines, hotels, and restaurants. They built cult loyalty while staying authentic to their brand promise. Beard brand, small business to global niche brand. Their voice, confidence, individuality, and authenticity for men with beards. Their brand, they didn't just sell grooming products, they sold a lifestyle of self-expression. Their path started in 2012 as a tiny online store and YouTube channel about beard culture. Founder Eric Bandholz positioned the brand not around shaving, the crowded mainstream market, but around celebrating facial hair. They used authentic storytelling on YouTube, barbershop tutorials, beard journeys, style advice. They grew a community first before scaling product sales. The result went from a $30 investment to a multi-million-dollar grooming company, recognized by Shark Tank, Forbes, and GQ. But still, they kept their niche and authentic brand identity. Closing. The industry doesn't need the next Spielberg. It needs the first you. The truth is, the world doesn't need another filmmaker who sounds like everyone else. It doesn't need another polished imitation of what's already out there. What the world is waiting for is your story, because no one else has lived your life. No one else sees the world through your eyes, and no one else can tell the story that only you can tell. So don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until it's perfect. Start building your voice brick by brick, through small wins, through consistency, through the courage to be authentic. Remember, trends will fade, but authenticity lasts. So go create boldly. Go create honestly. Go create the stories only you can bring to life, because that's how you stand out. That's how you leave a mark. And that's how you remind the world why storytelling matters. So I leave you with this challenge. Write down your creative mission statement in one sentence. Commit to one authentic choice this year. Share your story publicly, even in a small way, within the next week. It's your turn. Do you accept the challenge? I hope you do, and I wish you good luck.